Welcome to a MainelyDIY.com video. Today we're going to make a special bandana for our dog. So I'm starting out with an 18-inch square piece of flannel, and I am going to fold it in half diagonally. Okay, and then I am going to I'll put a pin up here at the point. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from the point 12 inches. From the point 12 inches, and I'll put a pin in each one. And my dimensions are on MainelyDIY.com. I'm actually going to go 12.5 inches because that's what my ruler is. Just makes it easy for me. Okay, so now that I have my pins in, I'm going to sew from this pin to the corner and then from the corner to the next pin. So let's go over to the sewing machine. Okay, so at my sewing machine, I'm just going to make a seam the width of my foot. It's a little bit arbitrary. There we go. So I'm going to go from one pin to the corner, then pivot, and go to the next pin. I don't like to run over my pins. Okay, with my needle down, I am going to turn the corner. It's fine that these don't exactly match up. I just want to make sure that I am catching all the fabric. So I just will pay attention as I go along here. Okay, so I've got that sewn up. Okay, so I'm going to come to this corner and just trim off a little bit of fabric, maybe this way too. This will help me get a sharp corner. It's not necessary to do this, but it does help. There we go. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to one of these openings on the side where we didn't sew it, next to the fold. So right here, and I'm going to use that to turn the whole thing right side out. And I'm going to carefully use a pin to help me pull that little point out. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Okay. Alright, let's go up to, here's the point, and I'm just turning it so you can see it. So we've got this raw edge, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to tuck it on the inside. Just like that. I'll turn it and just tuck it so it's flat. And we'll do the same thing up here. So I'm taking that raw edge corner. Let's see. There we go. Take that raw edge corner and I'm just going to tuck it right in there. Just make sure it lays down flat. So we're almost done. So I have both of those flaps tucked in. And then I'm going to take a marking tool So, like I say, I'm almost done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a marking tool and I'm going to give myself probably 2 inches from the folded edge, and this is going to be our pocket where we can slide our dog collar through. So I'm just taking a charcoal liner and just marking that. So now I'm going to do some more stitching. I'm going to stitch on my chalk mark, and then I'm going to come down and stitch this little piece here to the corner, and then I'm going to also stitch this edge down. I'll pull out this seam, and I'm going to edge stitch along there and stitch across my chalk mark and just all the way around, and then I will be done. Alright, so here I am at my sewing machine, and by the way, I'm using red thread on the top and black thread on the bobbin because, you know, I have a mixture of colors here, so fine either way you want to do it. So I am going to set my foot down right on the white chalk line there, and I'm going to stitch along that. And then I am going to pivot right here and sew down to the next little corner, if you will. And then I'm going to edge stitch my seam, and I am going to kind of pull my seam out as I go. I probably should have ironed it down, but this is a little quicker, so. Okay, pivot at the corner. Pivot at the corner. Okay, I'm at the point of the beginning, and I'm just going to do a little back stitch here. And then, okay. Okay, so it's all done. I may want to brush my chalk liner a little bit off, but that is all done. And what I'm going to do is, I have like a 2-inch opening here, and that's going to be where I feed my dog collar through. And then we'll check out how it looks on our puppy dog.